from the News Channel 5 network. This is Open Line.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Open Line. We've made it to another Monday in 2021, and I am glad you are with us today. We are going to be talking about mental health, and if you feel like you are suffering or you are watching a friend or a family member suffer in some sort of way, and you would like to reach out for help, either for yourself or a family member or friend, I think that we're going to have some avenues where you can do that tonight. So please give us a call. The number is on the bottom of the screen, 615-737+. And I'd love to introduce you to our guests so you can hear more about what they have to offer. I have Tom Starling and also Jackie Cavnar with the Mental Health America of the Mid-South. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks, Carrie.
It's so good to see you. And
Carrie.
Tom, I'm going to start with you. You are the CEO. Jackie, you're the COO. Tom, just tell me what Mental Health America is.
Yeah, people are familiar with the Heart Association, the Cancer Society. Similarly, that's what Mental Health America is. We provide support, advocacy, education, information, referrals. You wouldn't call the Heart Association and book a surgeon for open heart surgery. We don't provide counseling, but we can get you where you need to go, provide you with all the information, education, screenings, and resources so that you can feel good about getting the right help at the right time at Mental Health America.
And this isn't anything new for you guys. You've been around for 75 years.
75 is a long time.
It is. Jackie, you and I were talking before the show started that this past year that we just wrapped up was so incredibly tough, and really 2021 hasn't started much better. This has been a heavy mental load for a lot of folks.
Carrie, it really has. 2020 was beyond anything any of us could ever have expected, as far as work, the toll on our physical health, and the toll on our mental health as well. Just being in different scenarios, different situations, working from home, maybe not working at all, maybe picking up side jobs here and there. So there's a lot of stress and anxiety when you have that kind of financial instability, or even just continuity of routine and being away from loved ones. We've made it through the tornadoes, we made it through the summer protests with Black Lives Matter, we made it through the fall, we made it through the bombing on Christmas Day. Now we've made it into 2020, a siege on the Capitol. What's going to come next before the inauguration? And people may be on edge. They may be wondering, is it normal to feel this way, or is it okay to feel this way? And you know what? It is. It's okay. And we have some resources and some ways to help.
And we're going to be talking about those resources throughout this hour. I do want to encourage our viewers, if you are struggling, please give us a call tonight. Sometimes it just helps to share that and to hear that you're not alone, and to maybe get a resource that you can go to next that will help. So give us a call. Phone lines are open. As always, this is Open Line. 615-737+ is the number to call. I know Mental Health America of the Mid-South is a non-profit. So what does that mean to customers, Tom?
To us, it's just about being the objective consensus builder in the community. If there's tough topics, if somebody calls, a certain hospital and says, I need help, they might say, oh, you've called the right place. You need to come here. We would really take into account, well, where's your faith community? Where's your support group? What's the probable diagnosis? How are you able to pay, if at all? Do you have insurance or no insurance or Medicaid? And based on that, we can help people, anybody, get the right help at the right time. And Mental Health America nationally, we're the 61st largest charity. So chances are that if we don't have the answers right here in the Middle Tennessee area, we can call somebody in a neighboring state or a neighboring community and say, hey, we need a little help here. So we love working on behalf of the community as a nonprofit.
Because all of those things that you mentioned, from location to insurance to where is your community, just your community of friends and that sort of thing located, can all be barriers to finding the right treatment and then staying with the treatment, right?
It is. That stigma of mental health is the biggest part. People don't want to tell a friend. They don't know how to share it with a family member. People feel like maybe it's just a character flaw or it's weak to ask for help. And we really encourage everybody, be strong, get help. There really is no health without mental health. And you don't want to be able to take care of your legs and cholesterol and heart and still, have an issue that could be resolved so quickly and so easily. So we're there to validate people too, that what you're going through, what you're feeling is real, but it's also treatable.
Yeah, Jackie, we are as a society so quick to run to our medical doctor for anything that's wrong with us or we think is wrong with us, but yet we suffer in silence when it comes to our mental health. Why is that?
Well, Carrie, some of the older generations just buried that down or thought you should just, pick yourself up, dust yourself off and go on. Or there was a lot of stigma attached in the past. And Tom can tell a really great story about the bell, which is our logo, and the national bell that is held at our headquarters that was melted down from the shackles from patients who were institutionalized earlier last century. So when you think about how far we've just come to where children, the generation now, like my daughter in her 20s, they talk about this all the time among themselves and their friend groups. And it's just amazing to see how much easier those conversations are now.
I'm 40 something years old, and I kind of sit between those two age groups of the folks who are like, well, just, dust yourself off, like you said. And then also the younger generation who seems to have a name for everything and they're willing to express it and they're very vocal about it. And you kind of look at both groups and you think, okay, are we doing this or not doing this? Do you all feel that as well?
We do. I'm right there with you. That mid-40s range there, and I see it, in my grandparents, my parents, and then with my daughter and her friend group, and we see it at work too. In the office, we're fortunate that we have staff that range from Gen Z to Boomers, and we're always, when we are in the office, pre-COVID, running around. How are you today? Just wanted to check.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Tom, I do want to hear more about that story when it comes to the bell. That intrigued me.
Yeah, Mental Health America, we have actually had our bell as our symbol, our logo for many years. And it's not because we're a lot of ding-dongs over there at the office, but actually, in the 1950s, when some of those medications really started to work well, they started to empty out these asylums, these prisons is what they really were. Our national president in Alexandria, Virginia said, hey, send me your cuffs, your shackles, and your chains. And they ended up melting down and molding this bell about the size of a file cabinet. And I'm telling you, when that thing chimes, it's almost as if you can hear the screams from the past, but it's also such a beacon of hope as to how much further we need to go in realizing that, again, there is no health without mental health. In this May, we're hoping to bring down the Bell of Hope from Alexandria, Virginia, and host it in Nashville at a location for Mental Health Month. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that we could do that to celebrate our 75th anniversary here in Nashville.
I tell you what, that story just gave me chills. We have to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to dive into the screening tools that you all offer that people can very readily take advantage of. So stay with us. Again, if you would like to call and talk to these experts, please go ahead, 615-737-PLUS. Stay with us.